I feel kind of crappy. I have the second day jet lag fever, a known phenomenon, at least in my traveling repertoire. Welcome to Santiago, the capital city of Chile in South America. Here you see the 37 comunas, districts of the city. And in part 1 of this trip, so the previous video, I explained that the eastern part of Santiago tends to be the richer part, whereas the western part of Santiago tends to be the somewhat poorer part. So this trip is all about exploring the west of Santiago. So in part 1 of this video, I started in a district called Santiago, at the heart of the city, and I made my way with my inline skates to a district called Estación Central, named after the central station of the city. Here you see me inline skating all along Alameda, the main street of the city of Santiago. Here's a picture of me at the central station. Yes, I'm wearing my inline skates. In the current part 2 of the trip, I'll be making my way even more west to the district called Lo Prado. Here I'm leaving the central station, Estación Central on the right hand side there, and through the fence on the left I could see the next target on my list. So let's roll and make our way over there. Okay. See the street again. I just came from that direction. I'm going the other way. And then I'm going to turn left. Like so. On the right here is my at least planned next destination. I already pointed it out in one of the previous segments. So here we go. The Universidad de Santiago de Chile. I've explained many times in other videos, I like visiting university campuses worldwide because I'm an employee of a university back home in my native country of the Netherlands, city of Amsterdam. But yeah, I don't think I can get in here, but let's try. Yeah, I just asked the security guard and I cannot go in as expected. Bummer. But I respect the policy, of course. Not every university worldwide will have unrestricted access. Over there, on the other side of the street, is the central station I just visited. It's a little bit of info. It's one of the oldest public universities in the country of Chile. Here's the logo. And it was founded in 1849, but it became the current name only in 1981, after reform of higher education by Augusto Pinochet. It's actually a single 340,000 square meter campus, which would be over here. Like right here. Yeah, no access. Let's see what's over there. I think the university campus is on the right here. It surely is. I'm at the Avenida Victor Jara. Let me show you. Here's the campus. And here is the Avenida Victor Jara. And I'm skating alongside the south side of the campus. By this time I had accidentally changed the recording modus on my GoPro to Ultra Slo-Mo, giving suboptimal video quality, I would say. It has happened to me before in Mexico. I played around with it the day after in the Arizona desert. But it is what it is. I got at least some impression here. Yeah, let's try to get as much footage as we can. There you go. Let's see what else. Here's another substantial gate with guards. Unfortunately. Food stand. Let's go a little bit to the back. Universidad de Santiago de Chile, yes. Right. wide view. I don't like that electricity cord over there, just hanging loose. Wow, that doesn't look very safe. And here's the end of the stretch. I'm not sure if that also means the end of the campus. I think I recognize this. This is a sports facility of the university. The Estadio. I had seen it on Google Maps before I arrived here. You cannot really see much. I think now you can. This is where the university campus ends. I have most definitely arrived in a residential area with a lot of high-rise apartment buildings. There's the one over here. I just checked my map. I'm still quite close to a subway line, so I'm good. I'm good. Let's check that out, this area. Let's cross this, what appears to be like an interstate or something. San Pablo. I think I'm close to San Pablo. All right. Yeah, I like exploring these kind of areas. Authentic life in the city of Santiago, Chile. This is partially why I set up the YouTube channel, to give you a glimpse of these areas as well. Authentic parts of the city. How do people live in cities? To answer that question, you need to go away from the city center. And yes, I'm in one of those well-known emotional moods now, the emotional wheels abroad moods that come up every now and then. I love doing this. So cute. That little girl is roller skating, and I said hi and I gave her the thumbs up and she smiled. That makes my day. We're colleagues after all. Anyways, I wanted to show you the contrast here. High-rise apartment buildings and very low-rise residential places right there. This dog is owning the road. Cars are going past him. Whoa. I had a little bump like these things and didn't realize one was coming up. Opportunity. And yes, I do realize I'm skating on a one-way street. Ooh. Don't these streets look lovely here? They do. All the colors. Let's check out Pino Silva over here. Ah, this is really cute. Wow. Small houses, colors, a narrow street. unfortunately at the very end, a main street again. Let's see. Ah, look at that. What do you know? We're once again back at the Avenida Libertado Bernardo O'Higgins. You know, where we started a long time ago. I told you already we would follow that road for a long time. Well, I wasn't kidding. We're still at that road. Let's take a look over here. So narrow streets with high-rise apartment buildings on pretty much all sides. What a contrast to the colorful streets I just visited. So this is how that looks. Alright, let's go back to O'Higgins again. Yes, it was O'Higgins. And it remains a busy road. Espacio Urbano Las Rejas. I think I saw Las Rejas being listed as a neighborhood in Santiago. So maybe that's where I am right now, in Las Rejas. I'll look that up later and see if I'm right. Las Rejas. While we're at this intersection, let me point out a few things of interest for you. In part 1 of this trip I explained to you how Alameda, or O'Higgins Boulevard, is the main street of the city of Santiago. And over there in the distance, Alameda will terminate. So let me show you a map to explain it a little bit more. This is Alameda. I started over here and did about 8 kilometers to end up at this intersection over here. And yeah, you can see that Alameda will soon finish. Second of all, I'm at the border between two comunas. So I'm leaving Estación Central soon and will enter soon Lo Prado. I'm over here at the border of those two comunas. Thirdly, on the left there is Avenida Las Rejas, that gives the subway station and the mall its name. And on this side of the intersection it will continue, but with a different name. And the name is right in front of us there. And it is Avenida María, Rozas, Velásquez. And that's exactly the street that I will take right now. So let's turn right over here. I wanted to also show you these towers over here. They look much more recent than the ones I've been showing you so far. Let's see, yeah. I have space, look. They definitely look much newer. So, that was a balancing act. I had to avoid that grid, so I skated on one skate. Taking a closer look at life near these big residential towers right here. Ah, so see, they're gated. Yeah, there's a gate. Let's say a gated community, if you will. I think that was a nice view. And right over here. Old and new. Yeah, so the ground level has bars, little shops. not unlike apartment buildings in other big cities I visited. We grabbed, you know, these fences over here. This is actually pretty sharp. So I got a little bit of blood here and there. I have water with me, so I'll rinse it first. Always prepared. I got a towel and some water, so I'll rinse the wounds. Yeah, some blood. But I cleaned it thoroughly with water and a towel. It happens. It happens. So while we do some final enjoying of the neighborhood over here, you can also check out this video, because I tend to attract these kind of bloody things. In this video, it's at Santa Monica Boulevard. I was about to fall and I grabbed a branch that happened to be full of thorns. So yeah, blood. Now look at that. I don't think that's a water tower, although I could be wrong. It is a water tower. It says Aguas Andinas. Now I don't know a lot of Spanish, but aguas I know. I think that's water. Yeah, so that's a water tower. Gonna take this street to the metro station. I don't know what that metro station is called. I just know there is a metro station. Somehow this feels like a little bit more upscale than the areas I've been visiting in the last hour or so. Yes. Funny, huh? All these different faces of a city. Yeah, so I turned off the GoPro camera here quite randomly, but little did I know there was a little alley over there that should be of interest to me, and let me show you what I mean. Here's Santiago. We are currently at Via Parque Alameda. More specifically, we are at Ucrania. Many streets in this neighborhood are called after countries. As you can see, Romania, Ucrania, etc. If you zoom in a little bit more, right there is Passage Hollanda. So the Holland Passage. I found out when I checked it out on Google Maps afterwards. It's a kind of a sandy back alley. But you know, me being from Holland, or more specifically me being from the Netherlands, that's a more correct name, I would have loved to, you know, make a little video at Passage Hollanda. But unfortunately, I only found it out afterwards. The same, by the way, happened in Montevideo, where I later found I had passed Holland Street. I really should pay closer attention to these things up front. Now let's do a 360, yeah? Alright. Ucrania at Isla Decepción. Some local supermarket. Right there. Flooding has subsided. I think I saw a pretty nice view over here. Well, it's a small window of opportunity, but you see the Andes in the back and some high-rise buildings in front of it. It also shows you that indeed I've been going slightly downhill. And I could definitely notice that. It was really pleasant. I also know that because when I walked that Bernard O'Higgins Street the other direction, when I came from the airport, I went uphill, and that added to the misery. I have to say. I have identified the subway station. It's right over there. Let's go there. Pajaritos is the name. Pajaritos. One last view of the magnificent Andes Mountains in the back. Alright, so we made it to subway station Pajaritos. That will be the end of this trip. I did almost 12 kilometers in almost exactly 2 hours. We started at the monster bridge that I did yesterday. We skated along O'Higgins Boulevard, past some really busy sites. Also past some sites that online are mentioned to be less safe, although I never felt unsafe. We visited the Central Station. We did some residential areas right after that, from high-rise apartment buildings to what appeared to be somewhat more upscale. It's time to stop. It's not my best day ever. I hurt myself, but that's part of the job. Thank you for skating along. Yeah, I definitely saw a lot today, and much more will follow in the next few months. Also pick up biking, and that gave really awesome views. For example, over here, awesome view on downtown Santiago and the Andes Mountains. I also went to the foothills of the Andes Mountains to get a view on the city from the other side. Very beautiful. I went to notorious neighborhoods like La Legua, went to the outskirts, Maipú in this case, to just experience the dynamics over there. After Santiago, I'll be continuing my skating and biking efforts in Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay. And after that, finishing up the South America sequence of Wheels Abroad in Argentina, its capital, Buenos Aires. If you want to stay tuned for these videos, simply subscribe to this channel, and there will be a lot more videos coming your way. And now it's time to get ready for my subway trip back to my hotel. Why don't you join me? Metro station Pajaritos. And I think it's my luck today, because it seems like this is the red line. Yeah, it's the red line, so I can just take the red line to the Salvador area. I think that's, well, maybe 12 stations. Woo, I've come a long way. I don't have to switch trains in between. That helps.